Tonight, 100 Australians from all walks of life are standing by to face the nation's biggest and smallest questions. Like how many people have ever robbed a board game store? I think this guy knows he's just been sprung. And how many of us have married a neighbour? Also, heartthrob landscaper Jamie Jury will join us in the studio to get our blood pumping. It's all coming up on what the critics are calling one of Australia's comedy shows. It's The 100 with Andy Lee. Good evening, everybody. I'm Andy Lee, and welcome to a brand new season of The 100. It's great to be back, and also great to have the real stars join us again. 100 everyday people that perfectly represent the cross-section of Australia. So, according to the stats, we should have 13 people up there that don't know how to ride a bike. And if you don't, I wouldn't recommend trying to pretend to.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Let's hope our show gets off to a better start. I've got three great panellists to join me again. First up, he's an internationally renowned stand-up comic, actor, presenter and globetrotter, Australia's favourite Geordie Ross Noble. Next to him, she's back, a presenter and actor who once worked as a Marilyn Monroe impersonator at Warner Brothers Movie World. It's Sophie Monk.
Thank you.
And finally, if he was working at Movie World, he'd be one of the characters with a full head costume because no one wants to see that face. Mike Goldstein.
Hi. Good to see you too. Thank you.
Let's jump into our first round. The block is back. We are all fixated on seeing if someone will buy a house that has been hastily made by an idiot. I've actually got a sneak peek at an upcoming episode here. Scott Cam cried for 3 straight days after seeing that. Anyway, this season on The Block, the houses are all back on a suburban street. They're side by side. So we thought, what better topic to start with than neighbours? Panel, hands on buzzers, your first question. When they see their neighbour, 48% of Australians do what? So,
Hide?
I'll give it to you. Avoid talking to them.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So clearly you hide from your neighbours.
Yeah.
Do you dive into a bush?
No.
Or do you have, like, a moustache?
No, neighbours just generally don't like me. I don't know why.
What? Because you hide from them all the time. Next question. Without asking, 7% of Australians have used their neighbours what? Mike?
Wife.
No. Without asking, 7% of Australians have used their neighbours what? So?
Hose?
Oh.
No.
Oh, can I tell you, though?
Oh, yeah.
I had one neighbour that used to just cut a little bit of my hose off. Like, he must have a little pot plant or something. He did, though.
Pardon?
Yeah.
I've got no doubt he did, but you realise why he's doing that, don't you?
Say pot plant again.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Amazing.
Oh, my God.
All right. Without asking.
Okay. Oh, really? I would never have thought that.
It's what you make bongs out of if you...
Why wouldn't you just buy a bong?
Because you can't afford it. You prefer to spend the money on the pot.
Makes sense. It was a cheap house.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
I mean, it might be he just had a very short garden. And he just went, I'm having that. And he just...
Yes, the local mouse. All right, no. Without asking, 7% of Australians have used their neighbours what?
Swimming pool / hot tub.
He's got it!
Really?
Yeah. 7% of Aussies have used the pool next door. My girlfriend, Beck, is really drawn to our neighbour's pool and I can't work out why. Next question. 4% of Australians have done what with their neighbour? So,
Sexy times.
maybe you do that before doing this.
Foreplay.
No, I'm sorry.
Look, we've all put a hole in the fence.
No.
Is it...
No.
Oh, hang on. Is it go on the holidays?
You do that probably before doing this as well.
Oh,
You
God.
do?
Or get divorced.
No, well, you do that after doing this.
Gone on a date?
You do that before doing this.
Oh,
What do you do before that?
get married.
He's got it.
Oh, God.
Am I confused, you guys? Well, that is 4%, so it stands to reason that there should be 4 people up there that have married a neighbour. Anyone willing to come forward? Andre.
Hey, Andre.
Hi, guys.
Was that how you met your partner? Because you were neighbours with them?
So my neighbour used to throw flames in his backyard naked,
Okay.
and we could see him through the fence. Anyway, one night he was throwing flames and he caught his backyard on fire, and we jumped the fence, helped him put it out, and then one thing led to another, and the rest is history.
Hang on. No, that's...
What
the
don't you
one thing
understand?
led to another bit is strange. So you jumped the fence,
To save him.
helped put out a fire and sparked another one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so are you with this person now?
Not anymore, unfortunately.
Wait. So the lesson is light your backyard on fire and you might have sex with your neighbor?
Andre, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. It's a good way to find a relationship. Next question. When angry with a neighbour, 10% of Australians have done what? Mike.
Played the Bardot album at full volume for hours.
That's actually, they'd love that.
No.
Okay.
When angry with a neighbour, 10% of Australians have done what?
Called the council to complain about something.
No, it is a call, though.
Oh.
It's a call.
Mike?
Called the police.
He's got it.
no,
He's got
you
it. Sorry,
stole
yeah.
That was stolen.
Sometimes calling the police is fair enough.
A Sydney man accused of catching and cooking an ibis has been freed on bail under strict conditions.
Neighbours raising the alarm after hearing the bin chicken in distress.
How many bin chickens did you kill?
One.
Only one?
Yeah.
Why did you kill it?
Try to eat it.
He was honest.
I get my bin chickens from KFBC.
Oh, no.
Anyway, this
Okay.
one is for your digipads, guys. What percent of the 100 have borrowed and never returned something from their neighbour?
Oh.
100, pop your answers in. Have you borrowed but never returned something from your neighbour? Panel, how many Australians are doing that, do you think? Answers going in. Results in. Let's see what the panel came up with. Just 30%, you reckon, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how common it is. I've borrowed a leaf blower from my neighbour just so I could destroy it so they could never use it again. Right?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
OK, let's see. How many of our 100 have borrowed something from a neighbour and never returned it? 8%. Soph gets the points on that one. 100. Is there anyone up there that has borrowed something that hasn't returned it still? Lyndall.
Hey, Lyndall.
Hey, Lyndall,
Hi,
what is
guys.
it?
So my husband, he smokes meat, and
Yep.
he borrowed a charcoal chimney to smoke his meat,
Yeah.
and we never returned it.
Why not?
The neighbour went to prison a week later.
Okay. Well, I feel like that's fair game.
Hang on. How long have you had it for?
About 2 years now.
Right. How long till he's able to potentially be out to get it back?
19 years.
Years. Right.
Yeah, let's move on from that. Then, shall we?
Ironically, he's still smoking meat in prison.
That's what's going to happen.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Judging by Lyndall's reaction, I think we made the right call. Our last question, hands on buzzers, guys. 6% of Australians have seen their neighbour what? So
Is it in the nude?
it is.
Is it?
Seen their neighbour
6%,
naked.
okay.
Yes.
Do we know if it was accidental or...
Is there anyone up there that has seen a neighbour naked? We can ask these questions. There is? Well, that's as good a reason to stick through this ad break as any. So we'll see you after this. Welcome back to the 100. Quick look at the scores. Oh, it's tight between Soph and Ross. Still anyone's game. Before the break, we heard that one of our 100 members has seen a neighbour naked. And Amanda was the person who's come forward. Amanda, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Andy. How are you?
Really well. Now, Ross had a good question. Did you accidentally see the neighbour naked, or were you well positioned in a tree?
Not in my tree, but in my laundry, and it was an accident which turned into, not so much of an accident.
Oh, she had a perv.
Yes. So, was it a female or male neighbour?
No, well, more like, a group.
Wowzers.
That's crazy.
Crazy. And so they were having some kind of swinging party, and you got at the box seat.
Yeah, so I went to my laundry. I had some neighbours of my own over, and our little kitchen coffee party moved to the laundry.
Thank you so much for joining us, Amanda. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Amanda.
Amazing. Let's jump into our next game. When it comes to celebrities, Aussies claim to be pretty good at putting a name to a face. It's not that often, though, that face is staring right back at them. So let's play Face the 100. OK, sitting next to me right now is an absolute Aussie legend waiting patiently to see how many of our 100 know his face. So let's introduce this superstar. Hey, superstar.
Hey.
How are you?
Very well.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Do you have an idea of how many people you think may recognise you?
Whoa, I have no idea, actually.
Because, I mean, without leading the witness at all, I think kind of 20 years ago would have been nearly everybody.
Oh, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
OK,
yes.
well, you've seen him now, 100. Pop your answers in. How many of you recognise this person?
You still look gorgeous, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much.
Aged a day.
You look incredible.
See, this is the way you do compliments, not like Andy. You're a bit of a has-been.
20 years ago, they might have known.
20 years ago, like when you were famous and that. I mean, I'll let it go, but luckily, so slipped it.
Balance expectations, Ross.
I just came here to be insulted. That's all.
All right, let's see how many Australians can recognise this person. 77%. That's incredible.
That's a pretty good number, I think. Is that all right?
That is one of our better.
Is it
One
really?
of our better
That's
for recognition.
huge.
Yeah.
It's one of the highest I've seen.
that's good.
Does someone want to tell us who we've got here this evening? Kim.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
It is Jamie Jury.
She's got it. Landscape designer, TV host and lifestyle television icon Jamie Jury. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you, mate.
Nice.
Good to see you again,
Good to see you. And I've got questions on these cards. You haven't seen them yet, but your job is to ask the 100 those questions. Panel, your job is to guess how many people up there will say yes to Jamie's questions. Take us away.
I was a part of the beefcake stripper group Manpower.
Pause. People might not know about this, but Jamie was a stripper back in the day.
Yeah.
For Manpower.
I prefer male dancer.
Male dancer then.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he wants
Professional male
respect.
dancer.
/ acrobat.
And boy, did our production office have a wonderful time trying to pick out the perfect picture to show tonight. But this is Manpower and Jamie, third from the left.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Oh, they've got claps. Now.
As you can see, I'm the shortest one in the group.
Yeah, it's OK. You got some other stuff going for you.
How do you know that, my friend?
So I can see it. Continue the question, please, Jamie.
Yeah, thank you. How many of the 100 have got their kit off to pay the bills?
100, pop your answers in. How many of you have got your kit off to pay the bills? Have taken your clothes off for money? Panel, how many of our 100 have done that, do you think?
I reckon there's a few there.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yep.
100 lock in their results. Results are locked in from our 100. Let's see what the panel came up with. Ooh. Mike, you think 5%?
5%. I think it's rare someone gets paid to get their clothes off, right? I've been paid to put more clothes on. Less magic Mike, more tragic Mike.
That's not true.
Ross, 7%, you're the highest there.
Yeah. Well, I just went through and I had a look and I thought...
Which one?
Who are the 7?
I counted 7. Well, certainly the fellow with the big beard and the cowboy hat. I mean...
That would be nice.
I mean, I tell you what, he didn't keep the job as Santa for long.
All right, let's see. 100, how many of you have taken your kit off to pay the bills? 7%, Ross wins it!
That's incredible.
The counting work.
Rosso.
Well done, Noble. Nicely done, Ross. Jamie, next question.
Okay. In 2012, I received a Medal of the Order of Australia.
Pause. Did you know
Does that mean you got arrested? No, what's it mean?
No, not a restraining order. A restraining order in Australia.
Not a restraining order, an Order of Australia.
They should change the name of that.
So,
Order of Australia?
Yes, it's one of the most prestigious awards you can get in Australia.
What do you do?
Services to the environment and some charities. Yeah.
Incredible.
And he's not allowed within 200 metres of a school.
All right. Jamie, the rest of that... Oh, you're wearing it now.
I am. Yes,
there it
that's
is.
my little...
You get a little pin.
Yeah.
So, Sophie, if you ever see someone wearing that little pin, they've done something magical for Australia.
Yes.
Anyway, Jamie, what's the rest of the question?
OK. How many of the 100 have received a prestigious award?
Ooh, 100.
Oh.
How many up there have received a prestigious award? Pop your answers in, please. Panel, how many Australians have achieved that, do you think? How many overachievers do we have up there in our 100? Results getting tucked away. Soph. I feel a bit sorry for our folk up there.
No, don't. Don't feel sorry for them.
But you don't think any of them could have achieved anything?
No, it's a tiny 6.
Ross.
There we go. Reset.
All right. Let's see how many of 100 have won a prestigious award. 8%. Sophie now gets the win.
The cheeky 6.
Oh, my God, Ross.
Let's check in on how prestigious it was. There were one of those 8 people happy to talk about their award. Deb. Hey, Deb.
Hi, guys.
Deb, what was the award?
I got a commendation for bravery from Her Majesty the Queen.
What?
That definitely counts. A round of applause, everyone.
I'll pay that. Wow. That means we both received awards from the Queen.
There you go.
What did you do, Deb?
Over 30 years ago, I was out the front of a hotel waiting for my lift home. There was a car pulling in. Another stolen car smashed right into the back of the car. Wow. And I ran over to the car, saw the guy was unconscious in the car. Car was on fire, and we smashed the window, unlocked the door, got him out, and as soon as we got him out of the car blew up.
You're kidding.
My
Wow.
I got goosebumps.
Like
That's
film.
incredible.
Is that the award behind you on the wall?
No, that's 2 meerkats holding a sign.
That's it, right?
Oh, on the other side. Well,
The one meerkat.
and the meerkats, yes.
When she went to Buckingham Palace and the Queen went, "You saved somebody, here's 2 tiny meerkats."
That is incredible, Deb.
That's
Well done.
awesome,
Thank you very much
beautiful.
for joining us.
Well done.
Next question, please, Jamie.
OK, we move on. I worked with Oprah Winfrey for 5 years
What?
on her talk show.
You worked with Oprah Winfrey?
Were you her personal stripper?
Like, actually, That's great.
Isn't this crazy? I've got some vision here from 2007, I believe. Have a look.
You're kidding.
I'm back with Jamie Dory. He's going to show us all now how to plant a flower box like the ones he planted on my neighbor's balcony.
So, at what point does Oprah allow the friendship or it's pure business? Is there ever that little line straddled? Like, do you ever go for dinners or do you exchange numbers? What kind of stuff happens there?
I remember watching Stevie Wonder perform in her backyard.
Oh, wow.
Which was incredible. And then we all sat down and had dinner. It was pretty pinch yourself sort of. I remember calling my mum going, "Mum, you're not going to believe who's here."
Incredible stuff.
That's so impressive.
What's the rest of the question?
OK, all right. How many of the 100 have worked with a famous person?
There you go. 100. Pop your answers in. Have you worked with or alongside a famous person? Pop your answers in. How many of our 100 have done that, do you think? Yeah, worked alongside a famous person or with. Results in from the 100. Panel, what have you come up with? Let's have a look. Oh.
It's been good to me in the past.
7%. It really has. All right, well, let's see. How many of our 100 have worked alongside a famous person? 18%. Mike gets the points. Well done, Mike. That was the final question. Thank you so much for coming in,
My
Jamie.
pleasure,
It was
my
awesome
pleasure.
to have you. Good to see you
That was
again.
great fun.
Thanks, Jamie.
Great fun.
We're off to the break, but stick around because there's heaps more coming up, like how many Aussies have been locked up overseas and how many of us have forgotten our partner's birthday. See you soon. Welcome back to the 100. The scores are up there, and it's time to play Pick the Percent. In Pick the Percent, we asked the 100 a range of questions. It could be how many Australians don't like their mother-in-law, or how many Aussies like their mother-in-law a little too much. Not sure what's worse. Anyway, panel, your job is to work out how many of our 100 will answer yes to these questions.
Okay,
right?
not no.
Here we go.
Yes. Not no, yes.
On your digipads, first one. What percent of the 100 can't stand their partner's cooking? Pop your answers in. 100, if you can't stand your partner's cooking. Results are in. Let's have a look what the panel came up with. 10%, Mike, you're the lowest.
Am I? I don't know. I like my partner's cooking. She's from Perth and makes the best meth, right? So Moorish.
Just like a mama used to make.
All right, 100. How many of you don't like your partner's cooking? 13%. Mike gets the points on that one.
All right.
Yeah. There is a difference between when you can't stand their cooking and when you can't stand while cooking.
Here we go.
I hate dishwashers.
That's why I never go to the pancake parlour. Too dangerous. All right. What percent of the 100 have been on the news?
Oh.
100. Pop your answers in.
Does that include in the background, like going like, hey?
Yes, so anyone that's been on the news, even in the background.
Okay.
Results are in.
Oh, no, I'm not ready.
That's okay.
What do you guys reckon?
No, it's not the Price is Right. Just...
I care if I want.
You can't ask a different 100.
Play your own game. OK, let's see what our panel came up with eventually. All right. 4.5. So, you understand that there's 100 people up there.
Ah, but there's actually a baby up there. So strictly speaking, there is a 0.5.
A 0.5. Let's see, 100. How many of you have been on the news? It's 27%. Mike gets the points there. Let's chat to one of these news famous people. Mick.
Oh, Mick.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, good, Mick. How'd you come about? What was the news cross?
So when I was a teenager, I was going to the airport to meet my favourite band at the time, but I had to wag school to do it. So a group of our friends, we all got together, changed out of our uniform, raced up to the airport and met the band, hung out, went back home, changed back into our uniforms. And as we were sitting there eating dinner with the family, the news report came up and there I was and I got sprayed.
Oh, busted. Busted like custard.
What was the band?
It was Poison.
Oh, wow.
You got in trouble?
Yeah, I got grounded and I wasn't allowed to go to the concert.
Oh, no. That's so unfair.
Have you seen them since?
No.
Oh, no. Andy, could you buy him tickets to the concert?
I can go one better. We've got them here.
No.
No, we don't. But it would have been bloody... It would have been really good.
We've got them here, but he's in Darley Water. So, once again...
Big commiserations, mate. Really appreciate it.
No worries.
Great story, thanks, Mick.
So 27% of our 100 have been on the news. Actually, a friend of mine was on the news recently.
How are you going to cook it?
I just boil it up with fish sauce and like that.
On to our next question. This one. What percent of the 100 have forgotten their partner's birthday? Be honest. You can remain anonymous as always, 100, but how many of you have forgotten your partner's birthday? How many Aussies have done that, do you think, panel? Results are in. Let's have a look. Soph, just 10%. Have you ever forgotten Josh's birthday?
Yeah.
Really?
But I've got birthday date amnesia. I think it's like a medical thing.
100, how many of you have forgotten a partner's birthday? 8%. Soph wins that one. You guys have got to have more faith in humanity. Has anyone up there forgotten a significant day that they're happy to talk to us about? Renee.
Hello.
Renee, what was the significant day?
It was actually an anniversary.
And you forgot or your partner forgot?
I forgot.
And how were you reminded?
I'd been to the Gympie Muster with some friends and I left hubby at home. And while I was there, I actually got together. I met a really good friend and we ended up getting together. And when I got home, there were some flowers and a card from my husband saying happy anniversary. And I'd completely forgotten and, yeah.
And so you'd not only forgotten, but you'd cheated on him on your anniversary.
Yeah, not actually on the day, but leading up to it.
Oh, I thought... So she actually hooked up with someone.
Yeah, it seems that.
Well, then don't worry about the anniversary. Like, I think it's done by then.
Did you end up staying with the fellow that you met while you were away at the muster?
Yes, we're still together nearly 7 years later.
Oh, well, that's okay.
That's the most romantic story I've ever heard.
Thank you so much, Renee. Really appreciate it. Incredible. It's important to remember people's birthdays and celebrate them, no matter what.
Happy birthday to you. We love you, Cheyenne. Happy birthday. Hope it's awesome.
Happy birthday, Shay Shay.
Happy birthday. Love you.
Uncle Gene passed away this morning.
Hip hip hooray! This is the next question. This is about international relations. What % of the 100 have been locked up overseas? 100, pop your answers in. Have you been locked up while overseas? Okay. Panel, 100 to put their answers in. Let's see what the panel have come up with. Wow. 10, you reckon 1 in 10 people locked up overseas?
That's a lot of percent.
Yeah.
No. 1 in 10 of those people.
Well, those people, yeah.
Right? Anyway, let's see. How many of our 100 have been locked up overseas? 1%. Soph gets that one. It's the end of the round, but stick around because there's plenty more to come. We'll see you very soon. Welcome back to the 100. It's time for this.
You are about to enter the courtroom of Andy Lee. The stakes are low. The issues are minor. The rulings are final. This is Couples Court.
Order. We've asked couples across Australia to come on the show and get the 100 to settle their issues once and for all. Panel, on your digipads, your job is to pick which way the 100 will vote when it comes to these issues. First up, it's Caitlin and Brooke. Hello, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Hello.
Great. Now, you both agree that whatever the 100 decide is final and one of you will change your ways.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
All right.
I suppose.
OK. Caitlin has brought this charge against Brooke. After Brooke showers, she leaves her towel on the floor, not giving it a chance to dry. If there is no dry towel for her, she will use Caitlin's or just grab a fresh one. Caitlin claims that Brooke's approach to towels is wasteful. Brooke thinks that there are so many spare towels, they may as well use them all. Panel, over to you.
That's a hard one, because I'm a towel dropper and I pick up a new one.
Really? So
Well,
does
if
Josh
they're
go
there-
around picking up your towels for you?
Probably, but it's like, you know, if there's another one there, it's available.
No.
When I save things, I never use them. You may as well use the good things in life. What if you get hit by a bus tomorrow?
Who is washing the towels?
Me.
So, Brooke, as the towel user, and then you're going and getting more, you are also the towel washer.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, well, then that
Swing-
changes the tables.
But then Caitlin doesn't have a towel the next day because hers has been used by
Maybe she
Brooke.
should... Well, hide your towel, Caitlin.
And so how many towels will you use in a week?
At least 6 or 7. But we have 50 towels in the cupboard, so I feel like it's fun.
Are you also one of those freaks that changes their underwear every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pop your answers in. Is Caitlin right? Brooke is in the wrong. She shouldn't be wasting the towels. She should just hang the towel up. Okay, let's see what our panel came up with. Oh, gee, this does not bode well for you, Brooke. Are you ready for the answer? And one
Ready.
of you will either put up with it or change their way?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
good luck.
I don't know
100.
how this is going to go.
How many of you think Brooke is wasteful with the towels and should change her ways? 73%. Soap gets the points. But Caitlin is the real winner. Bad luck, Brooke. We've got time for one more. Next up is Kaylee and Grant. Hey, guys.
Hi, Andy.
Oh, hi, Andy.
All right. You guys both agree that however the 100 come back, it's final, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I just check? Are they in a bunker?
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you?
We're in our camper van.
Oh, thank God for that. I thought you were in a survivalist bunker.
It looks like a Swish camper van. Okay, here we go. Kaylee and Grant have been together since high school.
Oh, cute.
Kaylee can't get her head around why Grant thinks that the front of the backpack is the part that is closest to the body. She used to ask him to get things out of the front pocket of her backpack at school, and he would always go to the larger pocket closest to her body. Okay, before we go any further, I'd like to tender to the court Exhibit A.
Why are you putting a glove on?
Well, it's an exhibit.
Oh,
It's
you can't
evidence.
No fingerprints. Is that why? Okay.
Okay, so Grant thinks that this part is the front and this is the back.
Hang on. Is there a pocket on the back of the backpack?
Yeah, so you've got the top one.
Oh.
And you've got the front. Well, sorry, leading the witness. You've got the furthest one away from the body.
Guys, please explain.
Oh, obviously, this is the front of your body,
Yep.
and this is the back of your body. So when I'd want to grab something out the back, I would assume it's the furthest thing away.
Oh, he makes a good point.
But then if you said the back pocket, would that not be the pocket closest to your back?
Yes, that's what I think.
Oh.
This is
really
breaking
intense.
my brain.
I think the back of the backpack is the furthest part away for you. You got it on, right? Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the back is like
The first.
back
So,
there.
so now
'cause-
you're agreeing with Grant.
Am I?
Yes,
Oh, my God. Can I put it on? Oh, I've got no shoes.
Can you turn it?
Can I come grab it?
Come and grab us.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right, demonstration.
Just cut like I've
Demonstration.
got shoes on.
We're about to give away the... Okay, so you put that on.
So I'm going to put it on.
Yeah.
So what's he saying?
He thinks that the front pocket is this one.
No. Oh, hang on. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but hang on.
Okay,
now
go
I
to the
can't
back.
see it. You have to turn around.
Oh,
right.
sorry. Okay.
But when you
So-
access the backpack, the
Yeah.
front
He
pocket...
thinks the front pocket's this one at the back.
It's not.
Oh, no. The front pocket's here.
Yes.
How can she stand to be in a tiny camper van with him if this is every conversation? What happens? When they're in the camper van, he goes, can you go at the back of the van? Am I driving the van or am I getting into the van?
Anyway, back
Am I
to
reversing the
side.
van?
Which is the...
Which is... I certainly didn't need a glove for this. Which do you think is the front pocket? Is it this one or this one? That is essentially the argument. 100. Pop your answers in.
It's a real
Soph,
tough one.
I'll take this off your
Okay,
back.
thank you so much. Gosh.
100, pop your answers in. Panel, you do the same. So how many people think Kaylee is right? Is this the front pocket? Whew, it's been one for the mind, though, hasn't it?
Really tough. the
Mike,
whole
you
night.
seem like your brain's exploded
I
over
can't
there.
figure this out. I'm just thinking, does he wipe back to front or front to back?
Let's see, the results are in. Let's see what our... Wow. So,
Yeah.
are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
This settles an 8-year-old argument. Good luck to the both of you. For those who could follow it, 100, how many of you think Kaylee is right that this is the front pocket of a backpack? 99%! Brad, it is an overwhelming loss. Well done, Kaylee.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, you guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. That was a great question.
Devastating.
Wow. That's it for Couples Court, thank goodness. Stick around, though, because after the break, we're going to find out what first name is most likely to see you commit a crime and least likely to get you a date. See you soon. Welcome back to the 100. The scores are up there. We're all a bit exhausted after the backpack problem. Names. We all have one. Some of us don't give our real ones. Strippers. Others insist on incorporating them into a TV show title when it's not needed. Me. The next segment on The 100 with Andy Lee is names. Here we go, guys. Hands back on buzzers. 44% of new parents have named a child after what?
Where they were conceived?
Oh, like...
My sister's name is Formula One Motel.
No, 40...
My original name was going to be Round the Bins.
44% of new parents have named a child after what? Ross?
After a movie character.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. Well done. In Australia, Thor, Maverick and Wednesday have all increased in popularity over the last few years, yes. Next question is for anyone setting up their dating profile. Women are 30% less likely to get a date when named what?
Oh, I reckon I know.
Yeah.
Karen?
She's got it. Karen.
Oh, can I just say?
Yeah.
Poor Karen.
Fun fact, well, you guys can decide whether it's fun. 37 years straight, Karen was one of the most popular names in Australia, and Karen is now verging on extinction. Only one baby born last year in Australia was called Karen.
Oh, no.
One Karen?
One Karen
All because
in the
of
whole of
just
Australia last
a
year.
gag.
Yeah.
Imagine it was Andy. Like, everyone's like, oh, what an Andy. Would you be so upset?
I say that all the time.
Yeah. All right, moving on. People who use their middle initial are generally considered what? Soph?
Presidents. Sorry, it was quick. JFK.
That's true, but no, not generally considered presidents. Mike?
Pretentious?
No.
Isn't that right, Andy J. Lee?
No. People who use their middle initial in their name are generally considered what?
Is it more intelligent?
He's got it. Yes. Intelligent.
So if I said Sophie C.A. Monk.
Yes. People would think you're more intelligent.
OK, how do I change
hang on.
this?
Did you say B.A. Monk?
No, Sophie C.A.
Oh, C.A. Monk. But that's like Sophie C.A. Monk. Where? No, not Sophie C.A. Monk.
People that use their middle initial, Australians think they're a bit smarter. And this is kind of true. There's Hunter S. Thompson that comes to mind. John F. Kennedy.
It does sound sophisticated.
Yeah. And Will I Am. Our next question is for those set on a career in business. 16% of Australian CEOs are called what? Mike?
Called into HR meetings because they use the phrase sugar tits too much?
No. 16% of Australian CEOs are called what?
Wanker. By their employees.
That's probably true, but no. Well, after a name, 16% of Australia's CEOs are called what?
David.
No.
Peter.
He's got it.
Oh, well done.
Exactly, 16%.
Peter.
Isn't that right?
Peters are more successful.
This is a not-so-fun fact.
Oh.
In a 2017 survey, it was found that fewer top Australian companies are run by women than by men named John, Peter and David. It's a bit of a wake-up call to Australians, I think. Call your daughters John.
I also like the fact that it was just the names and then just women. just women.
I got offended by that.
Well,
not
you
lying.
should be, but it's rapidly changing, which is really great. Last question, guys. 3% of Aussies named Leon have done what?
Oh, I know.
What?
Hated the game Pee on Leon in school.
No.
Poor Leon's.
3% of Aussies named Leon have done what? So?
Started a band?
Nah.
Oh, Leon's always started a band.
We're not wrapped with them. 3% of Aussies named Leon have done what?
Committed crimes.
He's got it.
Oh.
He's got it.
Really? I would have thought Leon's...
Leon ranks in Australia as the most criminal name.
What? Aw.
Number 2 is Ivan, and for women, Jean registers
Ivan.
as the highest. Well, come to think of it, if it is 3% of Leons in Australia have committed a crime, which is quite high, has anyone up there had a run-in with a Leon? It's a long shot, but... Oh, there is. OK, let's find out that run-in straight after this break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the 100. Before the break, we asked if anyone had a run-in with a criminal Leon. And someone had come forward. That is Megan.
Hi, Andy.
Hey, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Megan, what was the situation?
I was in year 11 and I met this friend. Her name was Caitlin, and she invited us to go back to her house. And we met her mother and father, and his name was Leon. After they had left, Kate took us to a room at the back of the house that had been tacked on in quite an unprofessional manner.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where he grew the whole neighbourhood's cannabis supply.
Oh, wow, OK. I don't know where that was going.
Leon. Megan, thank you so much for sharing. Really appreciate that. It's now time to announce tonight's winner.
Finally. Here we go, guys. Hold hands.
The winner
Let's do
tonight.
it.
What if you don't?
Good luck, guys.
I've been told by the production team we'll get an Uber Black home. Ooh.
Fancy.
Not the regular Uber X that we provide.
Is this weird?
That honour of a slightly better car goes to Sophie. Well done, Soph. That's enough adulation, because it's not about you guys over there, it's about the people up there. And we started the show talking about neighbours and things being neighbourly. I wanted to finish it in the same manner by finding the ultimate neighbour among our 100. This is how it's going to work, guys. If these statements apply to you, keep your camera on. If not, switch them off. Here we go. If you know the names of 3 or more of your neighbours, keep your camera on. Otherwise, switch off.
Oh, that'd be a lot.
You wouldn't know 3 of your neighbours' names?
No.
OK, we've lost a few there. If you have investigated a neighbour's alarm that went off, leave your camera on. Otherwise, goodbye. We're getting some good people here. All right. If you've ever hosted neighbourhood drinks, keep your camera on. This has got to flush out a few of them.
What's that mean? All your neighbours come to your house?
Yeah, like at Christmas time or the end of year street party.
Do you do that?
No.
OK. But that's really cute.
Yes. All right. If you have a spare key to one of your neighbour's house, have access to a neighbour's house, keep your camera on.
There's a few on there I wouldn't give a key to.
OK. Gee, all right, we've got to get rid of a few more. This one might do it. We might have no one left, actually. If you've ever driven a neighbour to the airport,
oh, that's
keep
the
your
best.
camera on. Goodbye.
I wish they were my neighbour.
Oh, another one!
There we go.
Amanda!
What a nice neighbour.
Amanda, you're the best neighbour going around, because that's a big ask. How far is the airport?
The airport's only 35 minutes away, and I was already up for work.
That's the nicest human in the world.
That's an hour and 10 round trip at least.
Well, that means, yeah, an hour or something. Oh, yeah, 10.
Amanda, you're tremendous. You've earned the right to sign off tonight's show. What would you like to say?
Australia, Thank you for watching The 100 with Andy Lee. Be good to your neighbours. Say hi to your mum, because that's all, folks. Good night.
Oh, well done. Well done, Amanda. A huge thanks also to my fantastic guests tonight, Ross Noble, Sophie Munt, Mike Goldstein. It's nice to be back. If you want to join in the fun online, make sure you follow us on TikTok, Instagram and Facebook with the handle The 100 with Andy Lee, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Night.